This is a very important video. Right now, while you're watching this, there's a 4 GB file sitting on your trading computer that you never downloaded, you never approved, and you probably never even knew existed. It's called weights.bin. Google Chrome put it in there. It didn't ask you. It didn't tell you. And here's the kicker. If you find it and delete it, Chrome quietly re-downloads the whole thing like nothing ever happened. I'm going to show you exactly what this thing is, why it's stealing horsepower from the same machine you trade with, and how to shut it down for good. Because for traders, this isn't just a privacy annoyance. It's 4 GB of performance being borrowed from your trading platform without your permission. Let's start with what the file actually is. It's a brain behind something called Gemini Nano, Google's on-device AI model. On-device just means it runs locally instead of on the cloud. Google wanted Chrome doing AI tricks without phoning home every time, so they shipped the whole model straight onto your hard drive. A researcher who goes by the name That Piracy Guy did the forensic work and caught Chrome silently writing a 4 GB Gemini Nano model onto devices without consent. Multiple outlets have verified it. It's real. Now here's where the average tech YouTuber stops. They talk about privacy. They talk about consent. They get all worked up about Google overstepping. And I get it, they should. But none of them ask the question that matters to us traders. What does a hidden AI model do to a machine running NinjaTrader or TradeStation or Thinkorswim? 3 level 2 windows, 6 charts, all at the open. That's the part nobody's covering. So let's cover it. Here's the thing that most people don't get or don't understand about on-device AI. That weights.bin file doesn't just sit there politely. When Chrome decides to fire up Gemini Nano, it loads that 4 GB model into your RAM and it starts hammering your CPU. Think about that. You've got a trading platform that needs every ounce of single core performance to update your charts in real time, and now Chrome is running a 4 GB AI engine in the background. It's like hiring a personal trainer who decides to do his own workout on your treadmill while you're trying to run on it. Now let's get specific. For NinjaTrader traders, that hits in a very particular way. NinjaTrader 8 leans hard on single core performance. When it's processing your DOM, updating your charts, and rounding orders, the heavy real-time work is riding on one primary thread, one core doing the critical job. When Gemini Nano wakes up in the background, it doesn't wait its turn. It competes for the same core. Your CPU starts context switching, jumping back and forth between NinjaTrader's real-time data and Chrome's AI engine. And that context switching shows up in your DOM as hesitation, charts that skip a tick, order entry that hangs for a beat. That's not a glitch. That's your CPU doing 2 things when you asked it to do 1. Thinkorswim traders, you've got a different problem, and in some ways a worse one. Thinkorswim runs on Java inside something called the JVM. It grabs a chunk of RAM when it launches and it manages that pool internally. Your charts, scanners, indicators, level 2 windows, they all live in there. When Gemini Nano loads 4 GB into system RAM, it doesn't touch that pool directly, but it shrinks what's left for everything else. On a system already running tight, say 32 gigs with a stack of browser tabs and a newsfeed open, you can push your free RAM below the floor where Windows gets uncomfortable. And guess what happens then? Windows leans on your page file. What that means is Windows starts using your hard drive as emergency RAM. And even on a fast NVMe drive, that's orders of magnitude slower than real memory. Thinkorswim slows down, not because its own memory got touched, but because the whole system got squeezed. Scanners that refreshed every second start lagging. Charts take an extra moment to populate. And that moment during a gap and go or an FOMC print is exactly when you need to be fast. For someone checking email and watching cat videos, who cares? For a trader during a gap and go at 9:31 a.m., that's the difference between a clean fill and slippage. You click buy expecting one price and you get filled at another. A half a second hesitation while your CPU feeds Google's AI can turn a winning scalp into a loser. And this is exactly why I preached a dedicated machine philosophy until I am blue in the face. Your trading computer should do one thing: trade. No games, no random AI models, no surprise 4 GB downloads. Now, before I show you how to kill this thing, do me a favor. If you've ever wondered whether your computer is actually built for modern trading or whether stuff like this is quietly dragging you down, I put together a free, complete guide to trading computers. It walks you through exactly what to look for so your machine never becomes a weak link. Grab it at the link in the description after the video. Okay, let's get rid of Gemini Nano. First, let's see if it's even there. Open Chrome and in the address bar type Chrome:// components and hit enter. And I'll put these commands in the description as well so you can cut and paste them. Scroll down and look for Optimization Guide on Device Model. If it shows a version number and a file size, congratulations. Gemini Nano is living rent-free on your trading computer. Now here's how you kill it for good. Google actually added a toggle for this, and it's the cleanest way. Open Google Chrome and click the three-dot menu in the top right. Go to Settings, then click System on the left. Look for a toggle that says On-Device AI. Turn it off. Chrome disables the model, removes it, and stops re-downloading it. Quick heads up here, disabling this turns off Chrome's on-device scam detection. Now don't panic about that. Your regular safe browsing, the one that flags known phishing and malware sites for years, it keeps running. You're only switching off the new on-device AI layer most people even knew was there. On a machine that only logs into your broker and you only use for trading, I'm not losing 1 second of sleep over that. If you don't see the toggle, and some folks might not, depending on what Chrome version, here's the flags method. Here's another method. Same address bar, type Chrome://flags and hit enter. There's a search box up top. First search in the search box, type optimization-guide-on-device-model. You'll see a flag called Enables Optimization Guide on Device. Set the drop-down to Disabled. Next, go to the search box, type Prompt AI for Gemini Nano. You'll see 2 entries, Prompt AI for Gemini Nano and Prompt AI for Gemini Nano with multimodal input. Disable both of these. Chrome will then show you a blue relaunch button in the bottom right. Click it. Chrome will restart with those features off. Now, if you use the toggle, the model's already gone. You can skip ahead. But if you went the flags route or you just want to confirm that it's dead, here's a way you can confirm it. Let's delete the file by hand. Hit the start button, type the word run, and click it when it pops up. In that box, paste this path, %localappdata %/Google/Chrome/userdata/OptGuideOnDeviceModel and hit enter. And I'm going to put this path in the description below so you can copy and paste it. That drops you right inside the OptGuideOnDeviceModel folder. That's OptGuideOnDeviceModel, all one run-on word. Inside, you'll see a folder that's named with a version number. And inside that is your weights.bin file, your 4 gigabyte freeloader. Back up 1 level and delete the whole OptGuideOnDeviceModel. Because you disabled the feature first, Chrome won't grab it again. One more thing, check back after major Chrome updates. Google has a habit of quietly re-enabling this stuff when a new version rolls out. Put it on your quarterly maintenance checklist. That's it. You just clawed back 4 gigabytes and you stopped the background AI from competing with your dome during the open. Now let me hit you with the bigger point because this matters. This is the second time in 2 weeks that something like this surfaced. Researchers have documented Anthropic's Claude desktop app on Mac silently writing itself into 7 different browsers, including ones the user hadn't even installed. Yeah, the Mac. Again, this isn't a one-off. This is becoming the norm. What that tells you is your browser, the same browser you log into your broker with, is no longer just a window to the internet. It's software that companies use to push their own programs onto your machine without a heads up. And here's the counterintuitive part. Most traders think the threat to their performance is old hardware or a weak processor. Sometimes it is, but more and more, that threat is the bloat you never asked for. Hidden AI models, background services, stuff that loads silently and steals cycles right when you need them most. A non-trader would never notice 4 gigabytes of AI waking up in the background. A trader holding a position into the FOMC announcement absolutely will. That's the whole difference between a casual user and somebody with real money on the line. So here's your homework. Open Chrome://components on every machine you trade from. Check for that on-device model. If it's there, kill it with the steps I just walked you through. Then ask yourself, what else is bloating that browser you forgot about? Because the markets don't care that Google decided to use your computer as free storage for their AI model. The markets only care whether you got filled at the price you wanted. Your only job is to make sure nothing on that machine stands between you and a clean execution. Keep your trading computer lean. Keep it dedicated. Check it often. listen, because the next surprise download is probably already on its way. If you're getting value from this video, do yourself a favor, slam the subscribe button. I put out multiple videos a week, making sure your technology never becomes the reason you miss a trade. And if you want to see the ultimate computer for trading, watch this video next. My name is Eddie Z. Thanks for watching. May the trend be with you.